I keep Russian intros. And I don't mean Russian, I mean rushing. So I'm going to try to take my time and introduce myself before I start. I think you could probably visually figure out where to skip ahead if you don't want to know about me before I actually start watching this, but I watched One Piece a really long time ago when I was really young, and I didn't get too far into the series, and I kind of just sort of forgot about it. You know, when you're really young, your head is everywhere. Like I literally rediscovered it via Netflix, and I went, "Oh my god, I remember loving this anime, like insanely loving this anime." And I can't believe I forgot all about it. So I was just like, okay, I'm in, you know? And so I watched the One Piece live action Netflix adaptation with my dad. And it was off camera, obviously. I wasn't doing reactions at the time. This is going to be my first official reaction video. So, hey, surprise and yay. I'm really excited. But because of the Netflix series and how much I loved it and how much it reminded me of the series, it made me go, "Holy crap! I want to get back into that." And I realized the series was still going, and I am not afraid to dive into something when I am obsessed, which I am currently. That's kind of like one of my things. Like I jump from obsessions. Like well, it's like it's a knee jerk reaction. Like I go from one thing to the next, and I I spend unhealthy, absurd amounts of time obsessing over them. And I, no joke, I'll say right here, I was hella into the MCU Spider Man. And, you know, I'm sorry, I know a lot of people hated that. But I loved him and I was so obsessed with him like that. But there was nothing I could eat up for that. And so imagine that, like, from that obsession, literally up until August of 2023, when this Netflix thing came out. I'm going to jiggle this mouse so my computer doesn't think I left it alone. But until August of 2023, I was into Spider Man MCU. Imagine that since Spider Man Homecoming. What was that, 2016, I think? Yeah, anyways. And then I just like knee jerk saw the official trailer drop for the live action, and poof, my mind was gone. And so now I am ready to dive into the anime and catch up, regardless how freaking long it is. As you can tell by my introduction, I don't mind length. Uh, that's what she said. And so I just, you know, figured I would do it on a live action type format to see what came of it because I'm going to do it anyways, so might as well do it and share it. And maybe there's one person in the whole universe who sits down and watches it because they have nothing better to do with their lives. And I'm sorry if that's the case, but thank you for sitting down and watching it anyway. Yeah. So, uh, and so going off of that introduction as to me why I'm getting back into One Piece and stuff, I'll give you where I am as far as what my original experience was watching the anime, so you know where I am up here, what I know. And I'm not going to spoil for the Netflix live action people who might be out there because I only know up to two more characters that are introduced, and I think that they're both going to be introduced in season 2, so I'm like really excited. And I was debating whether I wanted to start watching the anime from like after the live action takes place or like ends, you know. But I going off of like comments that I've seen on people's reactions to those videos, there's like stuff that changed in there, and it's been such a long time, you know. So I'm aware of the obvious changes that have occurred via, you know, like Garp and Kobe's plot line being like forefront in the live action, even though it was in the manga on cover stories, I think. So I don't know. I don't want to go off on a tangent about this, but I've only seen up until two more characters get introduced who I think are in season two, and so I don't want to talk. I won't outwardly talk about any like big spoilers and things because of season two. Like I think a lot of stuff is going to happen in there, and I'm going to be super excited to see it, and I want people to also be super excited to see it as well. And even though this is a anime reaction video and live action people aren't necessarily going to be watching it, I want to be conscious about that because I love the magic of not knowing things, like experiencing it the first time. And like me watching the live action of One Piece for the first time it was like reliving it for the first time in like in a slightly alternate universe way, and it was just like it reignited my childhood, and so like I am really super excited to start this. And whew, yeah. And so I've only seen up until those two characters, and since there are like so many episodes of the show, like the anime, like I honestly can't guess at this point. It's less than 2,000, but it's near that. It's closer to that than. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm over exaggerating. Maybe it's like over 1,000. Maybe 1,090. I don't know. It's hot. It's high up there, man. Anyways, even though that's the case, I'm going to endeavor to watch the whole thing. I'm not going to react to mangas because I don't know how to even try to do that. And I'm an impatient person. So if I have a manga in my hand, my instinct is to continually flip fast. Like I'm a reader. Like from a young age, I would spend days of my summer on my mom's bed in her bedroom rather than out in the sun just reading books. So I would just be flipping. And that's my problem with mangas. So anime actually acts as like an inhibitor, kind of like it slows me down and forces me to absorb things because I am horrible with names, and so that's another thing. I might as well introduce you about me. I can never remember anybody's name. I'm apologize in advance. I'm going to try my best to like absorb things like characters, side characters, and all that kind of stuff because it's never been my strong suit. I've lived in the same apartment for like 5 years, and I only know two people's names out of like the entire apartment complex. And I only learned my manager's name like 2 months before she announced that she was leaving. So, whatever. It's a waste of time, anyways. I say, hey, you. They're all very polite and know my name. I really should work on that. But, anyways, I am rambling at this point. I should probably just keep going. As in start this up, though. Without further ado, you'll notice my really kind of low budget setup, but I'm going with it for now because I want to start reacting to videos and I'll try to improve upon it as I go. But I'm very impatient. And so let's dive right in. As I didn't, it's obvious by the title of the video, but just in case, I decided to go with starting from the first episode rather than starting after the end of Netflix season 1, because as I started saying earlier, there are some changes and I don't want to miss anything and I want to remember everything. So without further ado, I'm watching this in Japanese with English subtitles. Yo. I think I hit the right button. There we go. Hold on, gotta skip the intro. I don't want to get hit by music props,
Okay.
I know enough not to look at the subtitles. I mean, like, for the name, so. Okay, I knew not to look. Sorry.
ええ、ご心配なく。あの程度の渦、この船にとっては何の障害にもならない。お嬢さん、私と踊っていただけませんか。
Sammy!
またか。バッターアウト。何やってんだよ。下手くそ。え？
Ooh. It's a barrel.
こいつは重いぜ。中に来るよ。酒樽と見たね。いただき。
What was that? Oh, okay. I'm gonna pause for a second here. So, coming from a point of view of someone who's watched the live action recently before actually coming back to rewatch this since my childhood, I'm actually like, this is kind of fun because it's different. So, in the live action, if I remember correctly, they introduce Alvida, the pink heart pirate lady. The heart pirate? No. The heart pirates are different. I know that much. They introduce her and then she swoops up the barrel after she defeats a random passenger ship. But this looks like it's a Navy ship that is getting swooped up by her. Hey, Bub, it's okay. Interesting. All right, I'm going to try to remember to pause simply because my setup is so lame. The audio is probably going to be annoying the crap out of you as it is. And trying to talk over this really loud setup is probably going to be like nails on your ears. I'm sorry. Like I said, I want to just get going with these kind of reaction videos because I'm impatient and I really want to react. So, thank you for giving me a try if you've come this far and you're still listening to me ramble while I have this pause. Let's keep going.
この海で一番美しいものは誰だよ。それはもちろんこの船の船長アルビガ様です。
Follow-up question. Kobe, who's the biggest pushover and simp of them all? The answer's you, Kobe. Don't worry. I'm sure you'll get out of the situation very soon. Although I'm very curious as to how close it is to the live action because I do not remember.
よくできた。ありがとうございます。
アルビダ様、久方ぶりの獲物ですね。
おうさん、さあ、とっとと船をつけな。
I love how like how close the ships are, like in the live action to this. Like I'm gonna gush because I seriously, like I said, I'm super obsessed with One Piece, especially the live action because that's really all I've had since, well, I've rediscovered it and remembered how much I loved it before. In fact, I have fanfic, like not fanfic, fanpic, like a fan art that I did a long time ago that I'm gonna have to dig up and share at some point. I remember Sanji, and I came across him actually somewhat recently and went, oh my god. I can't believe that, like, again, like I said earlier, I forgot about my love for the anime because it had been such a long time. And so when I saw it, I was like, I can't believe I forgot I drew fan art for the anime, you know? So it's crazy. All right, I'm going to continue, sorry. The fact that Nami's here is already different than the Netflix show. But I'm digging it. I'm digging it.
野郎ども、女海賊金棒のアルビダの恐ろしさ見せてよやれ。
Power to you, girl.
Kobe, 何してんだよ。
I thought Kobe was with a K.
私に口答えしようってのかい。
金棒の系だけど。
だったらさっさと。
Oh, poor Kobe. Woo. Wow, they got her anger right. Wrecking ships.
命まで取ろうとは言わねえよ。だが金目のもんは全部いただく。
抵抗するやつは海の木図になってもらうだけさ。
How cute.
こんにちは。ここは誰もいませんね。よかった。
Hmm. He's so cute.
随分大きな樽ですね。
え？なんだおめえ？見ねえ顔だな。
Aww. Still don't know what she's doing there, but looks like she's being sneaky.
おい臆病者、またこんなところに逃げ込んで油売ってんのか？
違います。この大きな魚を運ぼうと思って。
俺たちが軽くしてやるよ。喉乾いてたんだ。
そんなアルビダ様に知られたら殺されちゃいます。
てめえが黙ったら済むことだ。なあ、恋？
それですね。
結構重いぜ。たまんね。そうがっつくなって、今叩き割ってやっからよ。
Wonder what's gonna happen. It's Luffy! Yep. Oh, there's my boy. Oh, my boy. He's such a sweetheart.
誰だお前ら。
お前が誰だ。
その人はそこで寝てると風邪ひくよ。
てめえがやったんだよ。てめえ、俺たちを海賊だと知った上でふざけてんのか。
腹減っちゃってさ。
人の話を聞け。死ね。
How did he do that?
いきなり何すんだよ。
なんだお前。
俺はも キー D ルフィよろしくうん
Aww. And there's our Monkey D. Luffy. I love that boy so much. Inaki, he is my little angel. And this little boy ain't no different. He is such a sweetheart. Just like you just want to build him up, you know? All he does is, be positive and radiate beams of sunlight. Might be a little turd, but you know what? It's okay. Because he is endearing. Just saying.
なんだ何が起きたんだ
なんだあいつら。
早く逃げて仲間を連れて帰ってきたら殺されちゃいますよ
それにしても腹減ったな。
何をのんきなこと言ってるんですカッパの上にはまだたくさんの仲間がいるんですよこっちの方へちょっとこっちじゃありませんよ
Okay, this isn't too bad.
見つからないかもしれませんね
This isn't actually too far off from the live action, I think, as far as, like, the whole part. This is adorable. Of course, little Luffy wants his food.
あったりうまそう。
僕コフィって言いますルフィさんですよねすごいですね
But you know what? Before I forget, since he just said his name again, and just because they spelled it with a C again, is this one of those, like, translation issues with that, like, people stubbornly didn't fix? Like, I know for a fact that Zoro is spelled Zolo in, like, the manga, because I tried to read the manga before this, because that's like, by myself, before I decided I wanted to do like a live action or whatever, or like, before I decided I wanted to do a live reaction, I almost went with reading the manga by myself personally, but I literally couldn't get past the very first like volume that had Zoro in it, because they had it as Zolo, and I was like, what the heck? And I looked it up, and I was like assuming, well, okay, this manga is so old, they probably, like, maybe this is an outdated print, maybe there's like other version on there, like maybe they like fix it at some point, right? Like if I keep going and if I bear through it, will it get fixed? And I legit could not find confirmation. Like I found one post somewhere that said at some point somewhat recently, and this was like 2017 or something, the post had been made. They were like, yeah, somewhat recently they changed it in the manga now, so it's Zoro. But I couldn't find anything to verify it. They didn't say when it actually had occurred. So I didn't want to like actually just go randomly look in the mangas and try to figure it out myself, because obviously it does spoilers. And I legit am someone who, like, that's something that bugs me. Like, I could not force myself to read it as Zolo because I know it's Zoro. Wow. Yeah, so that's a long-winded way of coming back to this whole Kobe with a C thing. I'm so certain I remember, like, enough online comments for the live action using K that, I think it's K. I wouldn't know, because when I watched the live action myself, I did not watch it with subtitles on, because personally, if it's in English and there are subtitles, I cannot I can't look at their eyes. My eyes will always gravitate to subtitles. So the only reason I'm using this, obviously, is because it's not in English and I have to understand what they're saying. But otherwise, I like to see what's going on in their faces and everything like that. So I did not know personally from my experience watching the show whether it was Kobe with a K or Kobe with a C, but I assumed it was a K. But now this is a C, and then, long-winded way of bringing it back to Zolo. Maybe if anybody ever comes across like this video and is still listening to me ramble and react to it, they might be able to comment and let me know, because I'm actually very curious about that. And yeah, and honestly, if you do, thank you for coming to this point in this video and wanting to answer my my question. So yeah, I'll keep going now before my this thing goes to sleep on me.
どうやったんです？
うまいぞこれ。この船海賊船か？
いえ、この船は違います。たった今、アルビダ様が襲ってる最中の客船です。
Oh, it is a passenger ship.
なんだけ
Okay.
どこの船に小舟とかはないのかな？
あると思いますけど。
俺の船大渦に飲まれちゃってさ。
大渦に普通死にますよ。
あれにはびっくりしたな実際。お前もその海賊の仲間かな？
あれが運命の日でした。あの日、釣りに行こうと思って町外れに行って小舟に乗ったんです
Oh,
けど。
they didn't have the reason behind it in the live action. This is fun.
どういうわけか、海賊船に向かう小舟に乗ってしまったんです。あれから2年、殺さない代わりに雑用係として働けと。
お前ドジでバカだな。
そんな身も蓋も
嫌
ない。
なら逃げればいいじゃん。
無理ですよ。無理。アルビダ様に見つかったらって考えると足がすくんで怖くてとても。
なんでその上根性なしか。俺お前嫌いだな。
ほらぼやぼやすんじゃないよ。海軍が来るまでに全部運んじまうんだ。ぼやぼやしてるやつは体の平時期にマイルードな。おいぼやぼやしてると金棒でとっつかれるぞ。おっといけねえ。
Oh, so she's just wow.
なんでうるさいな。誰が化け物す。誰が化け物だ。
Oh, I'm just saying. I keep forgetting Nami is here. This is very odd. Like, she feels very out of place. But it's cute whenever they come back to her because she's robbing them blind. So, good on you, Nami. Keep it up.
違いは樽から出てきた変なやつ。もしかしたら賞金稼ぎかも。何？
Oh. So she is hyper focused on bounty hunters. It makes sense. Because, she is hyper focused on her awesome beauty.
そうですね。その通りです。僕にも樽で海を漂流するくらいの度胸があれば。
That's not courage.
こともあるんですけど。ルフィさんはそこまでして海に出て何をするんですか？
俺は海賊王になる。
Kaizoku
海賊王に？
Ari.
本気ですか？
本気。
っていうか、ルフィさん海賊だったんですか？
ああ。
仲間は？
はい、これから探すところだ。
今。
So who else, like, what I'm baffled by his response, to learning that Luffy is a pirate, simply because he's on a pirate ship and he found this random guy in a barrel in the sea. What is the likelihood that he would just be some, like, normal person, Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just, like, overthinking it.
海賊王っていうのはこの世のすべてを手に入れた者の称号ですよ。富と名声と力の一つなぎの大秘宝、ワンピースを目指すってことですよ。って世界中の海賊がその宝を狙ってるんです。
俺も狙う。
無理です。無理絶対無理に決まってます。この大海賊時代の
Chill pill. Kobe, chill pill.
どうして殴るんですか？
なんとなくだ。
いや、 慣れてるから。
Oh, Kobe, that's not good at
で
all.
きるかどうかじゃない。なりたいからなるんだ。海賊王になるって俺が決めたんだから。
Are we
その
gonna
た
get
めに戦って
Shanks?
死ぬんなら別にいい。
Oh man, that's deep. That's deep.
さてと腹も触れたし船でももらってっか
So
ら
we didn't get a flashback to
船でも
Shanks.
触れるかな。気前のいいやつだといいんだけど。
Huh.
考えたこともなかったです。
It's so alike and yet so
見られる
different.
でしょうか。死ぬ気だら、
何が？
僕でも海軍に入れるでしょうか。
海軍？
そうです。悪い奴を取り締まるのが僕の夢なんです。小さい頃からの夢なんです。やれるでしょうか。
そんなの知らねえよ。
いえ、やります。このまま雑用で一生を終えるくらいならここを抜け出してアルビナ様、ヤンピルなんて捕まえてやるんです。
Ooh, a fierce.
そんなやつを仲間にして誰を
Ooh,
捕
she's
まえ
got
るんだって
her ears were ringing.
クオミ
Gotta say, she's far more menacing in this than she was in the live action. Although in the live action, she was fierce, if you know what I mean.
海賊狩りのゾロじゃなさそうだね。
ゾロ？
クオミこの海で一番美しいものは誰だい？
Zoro, I remember him being beautiful.
誰だ？このごっついおばさん。
Oh. Luffy.
ごついなんてことを。
行くぞ。
This is fun. I love it. I'm so glad we got some action. Oh, you just arm thing.
城から襲うなんて。あ？
なんてね。
ゴムゴムの。
Wow. Luffy is so far, like, so much more, like, destructive in this than he is in the live action. Like, these poor men are just getting owned. But you know what? He's having fun. I'm not gonna take that away from him.
ルフィさん、あなたは一体。
俺はゴム人間だ。
ゴム人間ってそんな。
お前、悪魔の実を食べたんだね。
ゴムゴムの実を食った。
そうかい。噂では聞いちゃいたけど、本当にそんなもんが実在してたんだね。随分と腕も立つようだが、賞金稼ぎかい。
俺は海賊だ。
海賊？はっ、お前一人でかい。
今一人だけどな。まあそのうちに。そうだな。10人
Oh,
は
look,
仲
it's
間が欲しい
Nami.
な。
Just when I forgot about her.
そうかい。お前も海賊かい。なあ、私とは敵同士ってことだね。
ルフィさん逃げましょう。
なんで？
あの金棒の威力見たでしょ。この方はこの海で一番強い。
海賊王になるって俺が決めたんだから そのために戦って死ぬんなら別にいい。
一番なんだい。い
一番いかついクソババアです
Well done, Kobe.
だって
僕は海軍に入るんだ。入って海賊どもをやっつけるんだ。
自分が何を言ってるか分かってんのかい。
分かってるさ。僕は僕のやりたいことをやるんだ。海軍に入って海軍に入って。
Wow. Oh, Kobe. I'm digging this. He's got like way more like he's standing for himself in this rather than in the live action. This is very impressive. Like no one asked for it, Kobe, but you know what? If you gotta offload, you gotta offload. But honestly, health wise, you need to kind of mediate as you go so you don't have this pent up frustration because when your energy when your anger gets like so fierce like that, it's hard for you to think straight. So learn to moderate, Bubba, but you know what, you do you. I'm not a doctor, that's just my personal opinion on the matter, going off my personal experience.
悔やない悔やない。僕は言った戦った夢のために。
よく言った。仕方ないね。ホームだから。
Does he get her? Oh, he got her in the stomach. Inaki full on punched her in the face. That boy's got balls.
Kobeに一隻小舟をやれ。こいつは海軍に入るんだ。黙って行かせろ。
Well, there you go.
ルフィさん。あれは海軍です。
ちょうどよかったじゃんか。お前行けば。俺は海賊だ。逃げる。
そんなこの状況じゃ流体どころか捕まっちゃいますよ。
Oh my gosh, it's Nami. Nami, why are you still there?
「なんとか逃げ出せましたね。
面白かった。
ルフィさん、ワンピースを目指すってことはグランドラインへ行くってことですよね。あそこは海賊の墓場とも呼ばれてるんですよ。
強い仲間が必要なんだ。海賊狩りのなんとかってどんなやつなんだ？
ゾロのことですか？今は海軍基地に捕まってるって聞きましたけど。
なんで？弱いチームか。
とんでもない。あいつは魔獣のような恐ろしいやつですよ。なんでそんなこと聞くんです？
Okay, so he hasn't met Zoro yet in this, which is kind of like the first episode. And Zoro's already imprisoned. Interesting.
いいやつだったら仲間にしてみようと思ってさ。
いや、また無茶なことを。いいやつかもしんないじゃん。悪いやつだから捕まってるんです。無理です。無理。絶
Oh, that looks just like the show. Well done, well done. Oh. Zoro the Edge Lord. Oh my god, this was so much fun. I loved it. It was like, wow, this is actually kind of crazy because watching the live action was like seeing the show from a different angle for the first time. But then watching this is like actually re-seeing the show for the first time because I don't remember any of it because I was so young when I saw it, you know, and that was that way back when there's only like the two characters ahead of what's in the live action. So yeah, like crazy long time ago. So this is fun. I loved it. I think it's cute. I can definitely see why it was trimmed down and changed, and you see her Nami's being crafty in this a lot differently than you do in the live action because they have time to spread it out. She's taking full on advantage of the fact that these people have been, you know, boarded by pirates, and she's just like, you know, noping right the F out there, you know, and taking everybody's stuff with her. And Koby with a C is, you know, being very bold. I love it. You know, you know, I'm not going to say that, you know, wouldn't have minded it, but, you know, I love the live action for what it is. But I can also say that this shows way more backbone than they do in the live action. Like, I feel like that was my biggest complaint for Koby in it, is that he was like afraid of everything, you know, like, and you know, I'm not hating on the writing for that because I think that makes him actually a good character, you know, like this scaredy cat wants to be a Marine, you know, like that's his dream. But it certainly is annoying as heck. And in the live action, Luffy stands up for him, like with Alvida. And here, Koby like does it himself. I love it, you know, like it's a pleasant change. Well, I don't know about change, and it actually makes me wonder because I haven't read the manga. Which version is more authentic to the manga? Like, did the live action change like a lot, or was this like verbatim from the manga, or was this actually changed versus the live action being changed? Because I know that they're with the character later on, I'll hold up a finger for spoilers for anybody who actually hasn't seen any episodes of anything from this point on. um uh I know that the Zeph stuff on the island is different in the manga versus the anime versus the live action, but that the live action is like authentic to the manga. And so I wonder what else is going to be like that. And yeah, I think that's good. I'm going to have to end this video here, but I really hope this works out and that maybe somebody watches it. But either way, I'm so excited that I get to react to the anime, and that this I'll just say that this setup won't exactly stay the same. It'll probably change a lot, wibble wobble, as I try to figure things out. This is like the quickest, most you know, like streamlined way I can think to get it out, and I'm still gonna end up editing it a lot so that I don't have to worry about like the videos getting hit by stuff, because I know that, you know, that's like something important to avoid. So if you've watched to this point and you have like not been annoyed with whatever editing I have actually done, thank you. I'm grateful for that, and if you are annoyed, I'm very sorry. Please feel free to like provide some, like, you know, suggestions as to like if you've seen other people's reactions to stuff, like what you think I might try. I'm very limited with my tools. I'm literally just using my phone to edit stuff. Although I found a really awesome program that I'm like really hoping, works for this. And, if this ends up online and is, viewable or passable in any sort of way, then you know that it will have worked. And you can look forward to more videos coming from me. I want to make more. I might actually record one more video like this, but I'm gonna like take a slight break, check the time, and see if that's something that I can actually pull off. But if you have watched this point, thank you so much. Please leave a comment and let me know what you think. I figure if you're at this point, I keep forgetting. If people are wondering about this hoodie, it is in relation to a character that I know who gets introduced way later after I stopped watching. But I saw a TikTok video of this character, and I fell in love with it. It was just like a compilation video of the voice actor of his character saying Mugiwara ya. And I fell in love with his voice. Like, his voice is melted butter. Like, I literally, like, I think TikTok, thank God they love to repeat the videos, right? So I'm just like listening to it on repeat, like endless loop. Mugiwara ya, Mugiwara ya. And I cannot wait to come across this character later down the line. But I know it's not for a very long time, because that's like way after the two characters that I know of. And so anyways, I got this as a Christmas gift from my dad, because I knew that this is his like pirate symbol, his Jolly Roger. Yes, so that's what that's there. I've not actually seen the character in like action. I don't know who this character is, other than it's a weird name that I can't say. Like legit, like I'm questioning how it's spelled in Japanese, because like my very limited Japanese, like all the characters and stuff, like doesn't piece together the way his name is spelled in English. I don't know what's up with that. But anyways, he's the Mugiwara ya guy. And I'm really looking forward to it whenever he comes along. And so I've got him up there, jive in there. Anyways, thank you again. I love y'all, and I hope you have a great day, night, whatever. And if you see further videos, then you'll know that, I'm jiving with it. I have a personality thing that usually like I knee-jerk change to like different focuses sometimes, and it's really hard for me to like rein it in. However, I'm taking advantage of the fact that I'm also like super obsessed with the live action One Piece. So, and I don't foresee that changing anytime soon to an unhealthy detriment, but I know myself. And so I was like, well, if I'm still going to be like, hyper into that and like watching other people's reviews on the series and watching cast things and behind the scenes things and forcing my friends to rewatch it, then I might as well like redirect slightly into the anime and see if I can't just ride it into oblivion. And I'm so far really digging it. I'm actually looking forward to Zoro, because I also came across a TikTok clip of Zoro getting lost out of context. I didn't watch all of it. However, it was enough to remind me that his voice is also melted butter. I have a thing about voices, and I am in love with Mugiwara Yagai, and I am in love with Zoro's voice, and I like the next episode is going to kill me, but like with love, kill me with love. Until then, I am going to stop rambling in this video, and thank you so much for sticking through the whole time.